There was a time when sports touring motorcycles that have enough sporting performance to entertain yet are also sufficiently comfortable and practical to transport two people and their luggage around for 2 weeks was seriously out of fashion. 10 years ago, motorcycles like Honda's VFR 1200 and Triumph's Sprint GT remained unsold as potential buyers instead jumped onto the adventure bike bandwagon. Now, however, sports tourers are back and they're more exciting, more versatile and more customizable than ever, and here are the top contenders that stretch from excellent value mile munchers to master of all trades and those that put the sport back into sport touring. One of the biggest launches of 2022, the Honda NT1100 was the Japanese marque's much anticipated revival of the NT nameplate for a return to the sports tourer class. Indeed, the launch of any new Honda is a big deal, and when it comes to ticking boxes, it is hard to deny the NT1100 does its job very well. It is comfortable to ride, it feels very well put together, and it's full of very clever touches to make notching up the miles no big deal. In a way, it's probably the ideal sports tourer if you want a motorcycle that does exactly what a Honda branded bike should do. Except that it isn't quite enough to stand out among some clever opposition these days, and for the want of a better word, the Honda NT1100 is bland. The hyped up XADV inspired looks are a misstep in my view, in that it devalues both models. The 1100cc engine is big but not terribly powerful, and getting on it doesn't exactly stir the soul. This is the motorcycle for motorcyclists more enamored with wanting a Honda sports tourer rather than the best sport tourer you can buy. Now, compared with the Honda NT1100, which was launched around the same time, I would rather prefer the Suzuki GSX-S1000GT over the NT1100. Indeed, while the NT1100 is new from the ground up, the GSX-S1000GT is, despite Suzuki's protests, merely an updated and renamed S1000F. However, much like you out there, we were always quite fans of the F, even if it didn't quite fit into the segment with its approach of being a more practical, easygoing version of the Gixxer 1000 Superbike. The GSX S1000GT, however, has been pushed further into GT territory with a clever bit of trickery that makes it more striking motorcycle to look at and has been reprofiled to offer greater practicality. The changes under the skin aren't terribly extensive, but the GSX S1000 platform was already punchy and no nonsense, so this is not a bad thing. The GT might claim to be significantly different from the F, but in reality it has just shored up its erstwhile drawbacks while consolidating the good bits, and that to me is just fine. When you think of sports tourers, it's only natural to consider sensible attributes such as comfort and practicality. It's their very nature after all, but a feature that probably won't immediately spring to your mind is supercharger, which is where the bonkers but still brilliant and versatile Ninja H2 SX comes in. Launched in 2018 as a follow-up to Kawasaki's original supercharged H2 and H2R, the detuned but still whistling and rapid 197 horsepower H2 SX is effectively a love child of the bonkers H2 and Kawasaki's sensible, affordable, naturally aspirated Ninja 1000 SX. And surprisingly, it works well. It has much of the all-round brilliance, comfort and versatility of the SX, but with an added blistering fast chirping supercharged soundtrack where the mood takes you, plus the added bonus of H2 styling and quality touches. The SE version comes with upgraded color TFT screen in place of the LCD dash, plus cornering LEDs, quick shifter and much more. For 2022, the updated H2 SX adds clever radar assist and revised styling into the mix. The radar offers 3-level adaptive cruise control, collision warning and rear blind spot detection with alerts displayed in the mirrors. So if you want to make an entrance with a sports tourer, then this is definitely the choice for you. And did somebody mention excitement? Let me introduce, if you weren't aware of it already, the latest ballistic yet ultra sophisticated and sumptuous Super Duke GT. Now that's the bike that arguably does everything you could ever want of a sports tourer. Comfort, range, sophistication, engaging handling, yet adds blistering 175 horsepower and will turn more heads than its counterparts. Though it is fast, the GT is also refined, characterful and flexible. Its electronic options, including adjustable suspension, all controlled via a classy color TFT dash, are second to none. It's all-day comfortable with a 200-mile tank, and it will happily take a pillion and luggage too. Yes, it's perhaps a touch extreme, and its screen and comfort are not quite as indulging as some, but few will actually complain. Otherwise, if you can handle an orange bike and a KTM dealer, the Super Duke GT is simply the best sports tourer you can get. Now we can't wind up a sports touring list without mentioning BMW, can we? The R1250 RT would be my pick from BMW Motorrad's stable and will make the perfect companion for your tour. The shift cam boxer engine pulls just as powerfully over country roads as it does over winding mountain passes. You can feel the power of the boxer engine from the very first twist of the throttle. No matter where your tour takes you, performance and smoothness will fascinate you in every range. The high torque curve, the elasticity and the irresistible power with fewer gear changes ensure relaxed touring. And thanks to its generous displacement and power, with high efficiency your riding pleasure increases with every mile. The new front end makes it look more dynamic and slimmer, but on the other hand there's a wide range of features such as the extra large 10-inch TFT display and active cruise control using radar sensors, providing extra comfort on your journey. At the end of the day you can sit back, relaxed, knowing that the next trip is going to be even better. So there you have it, that's my pick of the top 5 sport touring motorcycles for 2022. Let me know in the comments down below what is your definition of sports tourer and which is your favorite sport touring motorcycle for 2022. If you like this video, then smash that like button, and if you'd like to catch more motorcycle news and content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.